If you're looking to drop 5 brilliancies, stop playing d4, stop playing the London, stop playing these coward systems, and start playing some e4 gambits for the boys. Today we have a Sicilian Smith-Morra where we sacrifice the pawn on c3 for a little additional tempo, opening up the c and d files to cause some problems, and stick the rook on d1, putting pressure on the queen on d8, threatening pawn to e5. Life is good. After queen to c7, we chase it with the second rook, and black needs the castle right now. Unfortunately for our opponent, he plays queen to b8, and we're able to bust open the center with pawn to e5. Pawn takes, knight takes, knight takes, bishop takes, and the queen is forced to go to a7, the only safe square. And while some people could feel a little bit stuck here, this is where the fun really begins. We play knight to b5, sacrificing the knight, threatening knight to a7 and knight to c7, forking the king and rook, and black is forced to take the knight. After bishop takes check, king to f8 is the best move, and we bring the rook into the position with rook to c7. Now we're threatening rook takes e7, and after king takes, bishop to d6 is pretty much lights out, and so black tries to close things up with knight to d5. Obviously we can't let a knight sit on d5, so we're going to snap that off with rook takes d5, sacrificing the rook. And after pawn takes d5, we'll play bishop to d6, sacrificing the bishop. We've now sacrificed a knight, a rook, and a bishop. On bishop takes, there's queen to e8 checkmate, and so black is forced to play bishop to e6, trying to close things off. Rook takes e7, now threatens rook to b7, rook to e8, double checkmate, and rook takes e6. And so black slides the king to g8, and we sacrifice the other rook. Rook takes e6. Now if f takes e6, we have queen takes e6 checkmate. This is a bit of a softball brilliancy from chess.com, but we'll take it. And so he plays pawn to h6. Now because this is a bullet game and I was probably a little bit drunk, I did miss playing rook to e8 check, which would have been a very nasty finish here. After bishop takes g6, queen to g4 check, and bishop to e5. This would have been incredibly sexy. I played a more solid bishop to d3 move here, just threatening to play rook to e8 checkmate and covering the h7 square. Black plays queen to a4, covering e8. We play rook to e7, preparing some other nasty stuff. And after rook to c8, we create some luft with pawn to h3. Black attacks our bishop on d6, and we play queen to f3, attacking f7 and threatening mate in 2, sacrificing another bishop. It's too bad our opponent flagged here, because the game certainly could have continued with a move like pawn to f6, after which rook takes g7 would have been another third rook sacrifice in one game. And after king takes, queen to g4 check, king to f7, bishop to g6 check, king to g8, bishop e8, king to h7, and queen to g6, it would have been completely lights out. But just remember, boys, don't play d4, play e4, and sacrifice some pawns in the opening so you can have some crazy games like this.